Hi, welcome. My name is Reverend Kristen Kephart, and I'm the spiritual director and senior minister here. Please know all of our offerings right now are virtual, and which that means is everything is online. So please check out our website. We're constantly updating our offerings so you can remain connected with our community. If you're a first-time visitor, what I'd like to let you know is that we are radically inclusive and spiritually progressive, which means you are welcome here. If you've ever felt not welcome somewhere, a church, etc., please know that you are welcome here, however you show up. You are honored here. What we believe and who we are is also available on our website. This month, September 2020, I can't believe we're already here, but we are. This month we're talking about facing the fear. So whatever the fear is, we will be facing it. So we'll be talking about a question of faith, and when we get in situations where our skepticism or our doubt flies in, what we can do to remind ourselves of truly what the truth is and how to get back to that place of balance and peace. Ernest Holmes says, when prayer removes distrust and doubt and enters the field of mental certainty, it becomes faith. So we're working to a place where we get to know and remove that distrust and doubt. For we are the choosers. We choose and can choose what we want to bring into our life, how we want to live our life. And we can do it in love, we can do it in joy and freedom and unity and justice. But to bring those qualities into our lives so when we step out in faith, that we hold that as our foundation rather than doubt and distrust. So that's what we're exploring. So join me in our affirmation of the day. I live in faith that there is a presence and power greater than I am that nurtures and supports me in ways I could not even imagine. Again, I live in the faith that there is a presence and a power greater than I am that nurtures and supports me in ways I could not even imagine. That was written by Ernest Holmes, our founder of Science of Mind. What would it feel like and be like if you truly knew that you were guided and guarded by a presence bigger than you? And then when you wrapped your mind around it and you thought that you had it complete and that's all that there was, to know that it is still even bigger than that. So I'm excited about today. I'm excited to step into this brand new day. Join me in prayer. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Here we go. There is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is my life now. I claim that for each and every person on this planet, to know that that thing, Spirit, God, Allah, is alive and running through, in, and as us. I know that this service today is full of love, that it is full of joy, that the music is right on, that the message is what we need to hear. Know that it is the best service ever because it is the first time that it's happened. So I simply open my heart, open my mind to this new service, this new moment, this new time, and I join together in community. In community, in unity, we stand. And together we say, and so it is.
morning. Welcome. We're so grateful to be with you today. I'm Jennifer Russell.
I'm Michael Gale.
We're going to sing Opening Up in Sweet Surrender. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I'm opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. Oh, and let's take a moment to go within to that universe right here within our hearts, the beloved presence I am. Recognizing the oneness of all life right here within my heart. And let's open our hearts to each other. I see you, I recognize you, and I honor you.
Now it's time where we honor all paths of faith. So here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we are actively co-creating a world that evolves through the power of service, prayer, and play, a world that works for everyone. We celebrate all paths that lead to the recognition of the divine. We honor shamanism as a path of the inward journey and soul travel. We honor Hinduism as a path recognizing the divine in each person. We honor Judaism as a path of law. We honor Taoism as a path of recognizing the perfect order and the balance of the universe. We honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and peace. We honor Christianity as a path of love and forgiveness. We honor Islam as a path of constant prayer. We honor Baha'i as a path recognizing the oneness of all religion. We honor New Thought as a path of healing and the power of the mind. And we honor you and what brought you here today.
We come together in one heart. We come together in one love. We come together in the light. We believe, we have faith, we declare it'll be alright. We come together in one heart. We come together in one love. We come together in the light. We believe, we have faith, we declare it'll be alright. We come together in one heart. We come together in one love. We come together in the light. We believe, we have faith, we declare it'll be alright.
Blessings, everyone. I feel so very connected to each and every one of you. So please know that I am sending out love and vibration to you all. I miss you dearly. And know that there will be a time again where we're face to face, hugging, whatever that looks like. And for now, know that you are connected with our community. If you're not feeling connected, please reach out and call me. Even if you want to talk about the weather, let's talk about the weather. My number's on the screen. So this week I want to share a little bit about what's going on. I had kind of an odd experience, because I call it odd because I don't have experiences like this. I've been a rule follower through this whole thing, so I have little contact with, physical contact with anyone. I go from my home to the office here and then back, and every once in a while I'll go to a store if I need something. The other day I needed something, so I gloved up, masked up, and went to the store. And as I opened the door with my elbow, which I don't know if you're all getting really good at that, but you know, my elbow is stronger. I'm working out my elbow opening doors. So I open the door and I notice this woman's coming towards me, and she's got stuff in her hands, pushing a cart. Anyway, I stand there, and as she approaches, I said, "Would you like me to hold the door open for you?" And she said, "Oh, yes, thank you." So she goes in. Then I noticed there's a woman in a wheelchair that's coming out. I said, "Would you like me to hold the door open for you as well?" And she said, "Thank you." As she was going over the threshold, she looks at me and says, "Why are you being so nice?" That one threw me, because I think I'm generally always, it's not even nice, it's just being courteous. All I was doing was being courteous. I don't think I was not using any extra brain cells. I was just being me out in the world, shining my light. Is this something new that's going on? Are we different now that we are in a pandemic and we're so masked up, gloved up, that we aren't taking the time to look at each other in the eyes or notice if somebody needs something on the top shelf from a distance? Say, Can I help you? It's an interesting thing. So I am just watching now, and since I don't go out very often, it's going to take me a while to gather data. And my question is, are things different? And if you find yourself in these places and you're not shining the light that you are because you're in fear, take a breath and be who you are. You're safe when you're masked up, gloved up, 6 feet away. Are you still being the light that I know I am and I know that you are? Because we are all children of the one. Today we're talking about doubt, skepticism, doubt, and faith in a month-long series of Facing the Fear. And for most of my life, I was a skeptic when it came to faith, when it came to God, when it came to calling something the universe. For a lot of different reasons, because number one, faith you can't touch. God you can't touch in the sense of there's this one thing and I can go up and touch it and know that it's real. And I had a few situations in my life where if there was a God, why didn't that God show up and help me through the difficult time? Okay? Do you have anything going on in your life that feels that way or has ever felt that way? 11 years ago this month, I was working as a consultant, and I got home late one night and I started to have this pain. And it's not like me to be sick. So had this pain, didn't eat dinner, climbed into bed, and literally I was miserable all night long. And in the morning, I was told that I either needed to go to the doctor or that 911 was going to be called because I'm pretty stubborn. Admitted to the hospital because I've had a pulmonary embolism. So I had blood clots in my lungs. Super painful for me. People that have survived it have different experiences. But anyway, very painful. And while I was in the hospital, I had many spiritual experiences. Lots of people have heard the story about the Andy Griffith show being on TV. And I was alone, and they took away all my electronics, and I was hooked up to all these machines, and I just had to lay there. Anyway, they put me on this drug that I believe was making me hallucinate. You can believe whatever you want on this story, whether I was hallucinating or it really happened. Who knows? What happened was all the characters, so Pa and Aunt Bee and Barney Five, everybody came out of the television and were around my hospital bed. And then they added me to their show, and I had an acting role in it. And we went back and forth and had these conversations. And I share that because I was always wanting to kind of joke about what had happened. I mean, I share my experience, but that was a way to just kind of slough it off. Or, you know, if there was anybody skeptical, you could go, ha ha, it was, you know, it was the drugs or whatever. Well, when I came out of that experience, you know, I didn't talk too much about what additionally occurred. And it was a very personal, mind-opening, exploding time for me, where for the first time, and right now I'm getting goosebumps. I wish I could show you. Goosebumps talking about it. That I felt like I was held by something so greater than me, so much bigger than me, and it felt warm, and it felt safe, and it felt love and joy like I had never, ever, ever felt before. I survived, and lots of things happened afterwards, and take classes with me because some of the things that happened all are wrapped around science of mind in this teaching and how thoughts become things, etc. Over the next, I don't know, 6 months, I really looked at my past. So we're talking double-digit years, from lots of double-digit years, actually, decades, of my experiences. So all those places where I had felt that a bigger thing, a bigger force, I'm going to use the word God, because for so many years I pushed that away and said I can't feel it, I doubt it, I can't trust it. You know, I can only trust me because I can only control me. For me, I pushed those things away because I couldn't touch it, I couldn't feel it, I didn't think I was smart enough, worthy enough, whatever it was, I pushed it away. And after these months of going through and really digging in to experiences and going back through them, I recognize there were so many places that I was held. The fact is, I have always been guided and guarded. Always guided and guarded. And if I chose to do something differently, I was still guided and guarded. And yes, some bad things have happened. I got through on the other side of those experiences. Some were really, really painful. I'm not going, this is not like fluff and say, you know, my life has been easy. But I do want to say my life is so much fuller and brighter and joyful because I've allowed this greater presence to work within me and be in me. And I recognize that, and it just amplifies the experience more. It amplifies it more. Faith is built on belief, acceptance, and trust. Can I open myself? Can you open up yourself and trust and believe without being able to physically touch it, to know that you are guided and guarded? Always. Always, always, always. And demonstrations are built on faith. So the demonstration of my experiences when I was in the hospital and surviving something that most people die from, and all the reflection work, I could see those demonstrations show up in my life. And what's interesting is habits. People talk about habits, and you know, I find that I pick up bad habits like within 2 days. 2 days, I got a bad habit down, and I can hang on to that bad habit. Just is, don't know why. But to actually cultivate and have a good habit that hangs around, some people talk about it's 14 days, 28 days, 40 days. I'm going with 28 days because that seems what time it takes for me to actually have something imprint in me, and then I can continue it. For me, for me to do prayer in the beginning felt awkward. It felt like I didn't do it right. It felt like everybody could do it better than me. And in reality, if you can let go of all of that static around you and stand in your power and say, I am a beautiful being created from the only thing, and I deserve to stand in my dominion right here and commune with Spirit, and to know myself so deeply and connect with myself so deeply that connection then connects with the God that's running through, in, and as me. And it's also out there. It's everywhere. This idea of doing it until it becomes a routine and it becomes a good habit. And good habit. A few years ago, I fell out of the attic of our old building on 340 Mobile. And it was a pretty steep attic, and I was on a ladder, and my foot, now I know my foot got caught under a piece of wood. And as I was coming down, I was hanging on to the ladder coming down, and I knew that I was tangled up in the ladder, and I knew I was going to fall. So we're only talking like maybe 2 seconds. And within those 2 seconds, the thing that I did, the thing, because I am so in the routine and the habit of and in connected with, that there was no fear, there was no doubt. I went to the center of who I was and held on to the ladder, and I literally pushed myself off so I wouldn't be tangled. And before all that happened, I prayed. I prayed, and I had myself surrounded in a golden light, like I was this brilliant spiral package of energy. And I just pushed, and with my faith, no fear, no doubt, not enough time to gather either one of those things, to push off and to land. And it, to me, it was a miracle. It was a miracle. And for me, that was a demonstration, because if somebody ever asks me, do you doubt there is a God? Do you, of course I've doubted in my past. But this experience that I had was such a solid demonstration that I am guided and guarded and loved and part of this brilliant universe, as each and every one of you are. I'm special and you're special. We're all special. And I use this example. I could give you demonstration after demonstration after demonstration, because when, like Ernest Holmes says, we treat and we move our feet. So when we're clear in our prayer of what we want, and when we do pray, we make sure we're not waffly and say, oh, I know I might be well soon. No, I am well now. I know that for myself, and I know it for whoever I'm treating for. I see wholeness now, not next week, not next year, wholeness now. And then that is what shows up in our lives. This week, for some reason, I'm big on Einstein quotes, but Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. If we use our imagination, we can always go and get knowledge. We can go to the library and get knowledge. We can go to Google or wikipedia.com and gather knowledge and absorb it. But this use of imagination, to imagine as I go into prayer, I imagine and I see wholeness, as speaking for somebody that is seeking health. I see and know and feel wholeness. And if for some reason I'm not sure, I use my imagination, and I visually, because I'm very a visual person, I visualize what that looks like. And that's how I show up and do that. So use your imagination to create what you want to bring forth into your world. Whether you want to bring, whatever you want to bring forth into your individual self, or whatever you want to bring forth into our planet. Right now we have fires all over the West Coast. Go into prayer, go into imagination,
and visualize the weather changing and it literally damping out the fire. Go into imagination and see rain. Whatever you connect with, see that and go into prayer and say, that's what I know and see and command to show up in California, Oregon, and Washington. Start imagining that support and then be in awe and have those aha moments because you're open at the top and your eyes are open and you're like, wow, my prayer was answered. Wow, my faith is getting stronger. And you continue to work it like you're gathering a new habit. A habit. Make it stronger and stronger and stronger. And when you've had those demonstrations show up, believe that you no longer have to touch it, feel it. You know the truth. And you walk in that conviction of that truth. That is you building the faith within you. No one can take that away from you. That is yours. You build it. It is yours. Rent-free, yours. Your faith is rent-free, mortgage-free. Build it how big and strong as you would like it. But don't stop questioning. So if you feel like you're in a rut and you're not sure about, you have fear and doubt and everything, go back to principle. What do we know? There's only one thing. There's only one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. And that life is my life now. Claim it. There is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. I claim that. I live that. I walk each step balanced and in knowing that truth, that it vibrates so out of me that the doubt and the fear can't even come in and consume my brain, because I know that regardless of what is going on this planet right here and right now, that we will get to the other side of it. My job, your job, hold your faith. Do your work. If you have doubt and fear, don't be ashamed of it. Reach out and ask for some assistance to build your faith back up, to be reminded of how truly powerful you are and how powerful your thought is. We're here for you. That's what practitioners do. We have been studying for so many years, whether you're licensed or not, you are a practitioner, and we have all studied for so many years that this is our now moment to show up and shine and be the light for the people that can only see darkness right now. You're beautiful. You're powerful. You're loving. You're kind. We came out loving and kind. Be that. And know that there is a power and a presence greater than we are. And it holds you. It holds you. It embraces you. It reminds you that we are pure love. Pure, pure love. Pure love. And how great it has been today to spend my time with you. Now it's time for prayer. So get yourself comfortable, get your feet on the ground. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. If not, leave them open. Prayer works either way. And join me. Right here and right now, I recognize that there's only one thing happening. That one thing that's happening, that one power, that one presence that flows through and in and as each and every person on this planet and is the only thing that it is. Today I'm going to label as God. And I know that presence and power is greater than I am, and that it nurtures me and supports me in ways that I could not even imagine. That's comforting to know that this presence has me guided and guarded always. I continue to build on my faith. I continue to live my life and speaking out into the universe or out to God what I want to show up into my life. And as things manifest and as my life changes and is good, it is good now. That's what I claim. For my good is my God and my God is my good. And I claim that now. So when I look and see my aha moments, it builds my faith stronger and stronger. My doubt subsides and my faith is building and is stronger and stronger. I practice it like a good habit. I practice and build and create something so solid and so strong that my relationship is not questionable. My relationship with spirit, my relationship with God is solid. Right here and right now, I am letting that power, that presence flow through in and as me as it shines out to each and every person on this call. I know that there are great relationships for each and every person, that anything that I cast out is reflected back out to me. So I cast out good, and good is in return. I recognize and know that all my needs are met right here and right now. I have what I need. I take a deep breath and I breathe in the beauty and the love and knowing that I have all that I need. And for our body temples, we breathe into seeing and imagining only perfect health. That perfect health is all that there is. And for each person that happens to be in the hospital right now, we are holding the high watch. For those who have been released from the hospital and are healthy, we continue to hold the high watch. That's what we do. We hold and know the truth for each and every one. So with this goodness and with this joy that is flowing through me like a river of gold, I know this to be the truth. And as Jesus said, it is done unto you as you believe. So I build my faith until it becomes knowing. I build my faith until it becomes knowing. And I live a life of love. I live a life of joy. I live a life of freedom. I live a life of justice. I'm so grateful knowing that this prayer has been spoken. God has said yes, and I accept everything spoken into law as it is now, and it is showing up now. Release it. I let it go. I let it go, and I just let it be. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Love each and every one of you. See you next time.
I am a radiant sun of fire. I am a luminous moon.
now it's time for conscious giving. And join me in saying this affirmation. This gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy and confidence and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving. As I now share my good with life, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Join me one more time. This gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy and confidence and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving. As I now share my good with life, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And so it is. And if you're wondering how to give to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, you can send a check into our P.O. Box. Text to give. That's what I'm using currently. It's easy to use. You can donate by PayPal. Bless it.
Thank you for being with us today. What a wonderful service we've had together. Let's close in singing Something Wonderful is Happening Through Me right now. It's happening through you too. And you too. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Something wonderful. It's happening through my mind. It's happening through my body. Right here in my heart. And I let it be. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening through you right now. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening through you right now. Something wonderful. It's happening through your mind. It's happening through your body. Right here in your heart. So let it be.